Hello. Oh. Oh, I need a burp. No, I've always been more. It's a very interesting conversation to start off with. I've always been more of a burpy person because, hey man, cool man. I hope you're gonna enjoy this conversation. Like, gas comes up really quickly. Some people, like my twin brother, fart a lot. I just like never fart. I always burp. Oh, hi, Letterborn. I hope you're also enjoying this type of conversation to start off with. I'm wearing shorts and a big shirt. This didn't used to be too big on me, but I've been losing weight lately. It's a little bit bigger than it's used to be. Burping is my biggest shame. I can never do it. You can never. Well, it's and you can't burp. Like you straight up can't burp, or you just choose not to. Because I find it hard not to. Like you can kind of hold in a burp. Oh, let me. Stream's already getting laggy with this scene. You can kind of like hold in a burp. It's like because I can force myself to burp, like. But you can kind of in just burping your mouth, then open it up and let the air out. God, someone's gonna join the call and be like, "Who is this disgusting man?" I've been for a walk as well, so my head's a little bit shinier than usual. Hey, oh whoa, oh my God, hello man. I'm trying to remember your name. I know who you are. Oh my God, because you got a different name on Twitch. Ah, I was getting. I would have been able to guess it. I think you haven't been around ages, man. Life getting in the way, I assume. Because, it's me. Like, I'm pretty important these days. Bro, uni. Ah, right, right, right. You've burped 5 times in your life. It's a very rare occurrence to me, and I can't make it happen. What is your take on sneezing? I love the feeling, but otherwise it's annoying. I don't like sneezing, but I think it's because when I sneeze, I force a lot of air out these days. Like, I can fake sneeze. I mean, like, I can pretend to sneeze, but when I sneeze, I used to be able to sneeze and go like and not let any air out. But now when I sneeze, I let as much out as possible. It's once through my nose, and if I need to sneeze again, once through my mouth to clear my airways. So I'll probably go when I sneeze, and when I sneeze, get all the air out. Sneezing's fine. I mean, you're sneezing to get something out your system. I'm never going to call someone rude for doing it. Currently on my bachelor's thesis, nice. Is that the equivalent of like writing up a dissertation? And also, I am working on a project for a different class. I had to model something in Blender and code a shader for it. Nice. That sounds very fancy. I've never coded a shader, but my mate actually made some really cool. He watched a YouTube video and stuff, and I mean, I'll still want to give him credit, but he like watched some videos and stuff, and he put together like a wave system, and apparently the maths used for him to put together is like equivalent to how waves are actually generated in real life. And I want to replicate it myself so I can put it on my water shader, because I think having realistic looking waves in my water shader would be awesome. Like I said, a picture in Discord. Is it going to be like a what's it called cell shaded effect? Because that'd be cool. I mean, it'll be cool probably no matter what you send me, but for some reason my brain went straight to cell shaded. So these walls need to be blue. So I did lots of work today. I did enough work today, I think, to cover my week. I did so little 3D work this week because I kept getting dragged onto different work. Like I did a lot of work this week. It just unfortunately wasn't a lot of 3D work, which is a shame because it's obviously what I want to do. But I had to get into tons of meetings. I had to help kind of organize our next meeting with important people. Oh, let me play some music, sorry. My boss has so much trust in me. It's not misplaced. Because it almost sounds like I'm about to say it's like misplaced trust. How is this? Oh, right, yeah. My computer started downloads. Wait, did you send it to me in Discord? Um, I seen people do it on YouTube, but only coding shaders, coding procedural meshes as well. I think it's mind-blowing. Sebastian Lake does it a lot. You got a good job now? I do. Wait, when was the last... Has it really been that long? I have a job at a company. I've been working here for a year in April, May, June. I mean, July. I started technically in May because I did a 1 month contract for them in April. So if technically if we say we started then, it's now been April this year, April, May, June, and then we're in July. So it's been a year and 3 months I've been working with them. No, we've not produced the game yet, so unfortunately I can't show you anything. My boss is very adamant to let us share that we're working on the game. He's because he's scared we're gonna get like doxed and stuff. So I get his concern, but for an artist, I share myself all over the internet. I'm streaming right now, so it doesn't really bother me where people know I work. You currently can map textures to the object. Oh, okay. And ray trace light. Okay. Yeah, so project we're working on at the moment, I can show you the last project we did, because it was the boat. You should have seen the boat. I'm almost done. I've left a couple of bits not done yet, and it's really frustrating, because I really should just finish it. Oh, did you send it? Nice. Oh, okay, I see, yeah. Oh my god. Look at all those games. I forgot you sent me that. When was that? That was 3 years ago. What? It's been that long? Oh my god. I saw bits of the boat here and there. I'll show it almost finished. This music is so loud for me. The weird thing about playing music through this is that it like I can mute my PC and the music still comes through for you guys, even though I thought it would go through the PC. Maybe I need to do a mixer. Yeah, I'll show you my last scene. Sifki, is that how you used to say it? I remember you had a specific video that told me how to say it 3 years. You sent the picture 3 years ago, man. It's crazy. Wait, I wrote boat because scroll down. Boat. I've been so busy. Like, that's why I haven't been streaming very much lately. Been trying to get 2 every week, but I don't always feel that rota either. I mean, the more of you that join, it sounds like I'm what's the word? Bribe you guys at this point. But the more that you guys join, the more I'm going to force myself to do it on the weekend. Because at the end of the day, I have to force it. Like, it sounds like it's a horrible thing. Like, oh, you're forcing yourself to stream for us. But, okay, so this is laggy. This wasn't laggy last week, was it? But I have to force myself to do this kind of stuff. It's how I keep productivity. Oh, there you go. We could now. Nope, laggy again. Let's reduce some of its quality. We're already on 73. You remember saying, oh, do the farm scene? Oh my god. I would say I've come a long way. I've just changed a lot what I do. We're gonna not have to show it full screen, it's too laggy. But here's what we've got so far. I was working with like parallax occlusion. Oh wait, parallax occlusion offset. Yeah, where we can make the floor look super 3D, as you can see here. Again, it's a little bit laggy for you guys. This lag isn't happening on my screen, just on the stream. So you see that, and it's the same with like cracks and stuff. Like I got these decals, but I don't fully know how it works because I'm not smart enough, but from what I can tell, it doesn't work very well on decals because as soon as you start moving the decals, it can't... I did kind of figure it out. Was it because it couldn't identify what was up? Because on a mesh, you've got all your normals facing the right way, where on a decal, it's a bit of a different story. So look, as soon as you go to rotate it, they start like blending in, like they start going weird. Do you see that? Whereas if you keep it flipped this way, it's fine. So my alternative to getting like crack decals that were thick was to actually just use a plane. Oh, I got to push T to select it, I think. Oh, I can't even select it. T. Oh, there you go. Was use a plane, right? You can, because it knows where the normals are on a plane. They're facing outwards, so I can move it however I want. And then when I want to paint, and then I can paint on. This was like my weird alternative. How do I get to the paint tools? Oh my god. Am I an idiot? Select mode? Oh, here. There's an animation one. Mesh paint. Paint. Click this. Yeah, look. So I can, like, bring back in some of the cracks. Like this. And have the full crack back. That sounds like a weird sentence. Oh, I kind of didn't bring this part back, but yeah. God, you guys are writing. Let me read. I think when I first came, it was the fish station. I think the fish train station is probably still my favorite. It's because it had so much heart into it. Like, there's been a lot of heart going into this scene, but there's also been a lot of generated stuff. Like, when I couldn't be bothered to do a high poly, I would just throw some stuff on it, bake in the material. It was a faster way to do it, and it was a smarter way to do it to get things done quicker. But the fish station scene was just all by hand because it was all hand painted. I had to do it that way. So there's a lot more heart and soul, I think, in the train station. I wouldn't say this one's soulless though. There's a lot of work going into this as well. This is UE5. This boat is amazing. Thanks, man. I want to live there. Oh, vertex painting. Yeah. Maybe you need the full crack to stream more often. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'll fly around and show you what's... I can't full screen. Oh, can I full screen? It's a little laggy. God. UE5 just does not like me streaming it for some reason. One reason I miss UE4. So, another thing with UE5 is all lumen, so I don't need to worry about lighting, because it all just generates the lighting on the fly. Got like a little spot over here. I should have modeled more this week. I know. How far along did you get with your... I'm pretty sure it was Nizro making it. Nizro? Gizro? I always forget. On my Discord, right? Bro, this scene is awesome. Thank you. It looks a lot better in UE5, in my opinion. Like, I think this scene really shows off UE5. Like, look at, like, the light bouncing here with the red and everything. And then we get all this light bounce back here to the corner. Handed the hourglass in. Oh, right. That's fast. So it kind of breaks if I do this. You can't see it's bouncing too much. Then if I reapply this one, like, see all that light bounce back into that corner. It's so nice. There's so much life in it. Thanks, man. Maybe it's the corner animation, but now I really want to see Hat Kid running through the scene. Ah, I wonder if I could get her, a model of her in. That'd be sick. Wow, we have 11 viewers today. Damn it, guys. I was doing a short stream today and you've all appeared. I'm busy, unfortunately. I'm busy. This doesn't look right over here. It looks too dark. This has never looked this dark before. It looks good from here. Maybe I just need to... I've got some custom lights in the scene as well to help illuminate a little bit. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Yeah, that's a bit better. Lights up this area here way nicer. Oh, that looks way good now. Nice. So how long have you been working on the with UE? Oh my god, what? I've been using Unreal Engine since it was released. Well, Unreal Engine 4, sorry. So it was second year of university, 2014. So we're in 2022 now. So 8 years I've been using the Unreal Engine. Also, hey, Hazen SY, how's it going, man? I've not seen you before. I'll share the scenes I've made in it because when I started using UE4, I got like obsessed with wanting to make real-time scenes. In university, I started off with this scene. Actually looks better in the preview. Which, this scene is not very good, but it's got the most viewership on my channel. So it's like the friend scene. Got my teacher Phil over there. It works. But then I moved. Then when I started streaming, the first scene I made while streaming was this scene. which is 10 days. It took 10 days from start to finish. I said 2 weeks on it, and my friend worked on the kitchen with me, so he made the kitchen. Oh, I didn't even show the kitchen off. But yeah, so that was this scene. First scene was that was the first scene on stream I made. The second one was this one, which this was a really fun scene. My friend Alan drew a little sketch. Do I have it in here? Oh, I don't. I wonder if he has that. He drew a little sketch of, like, basically just... I'll try to see if I've got an image. It was basically this. So I don't think it had the keypad, and I don't think it had... I think it had the pipes, but I think it was only, like, here or something. And I was like, I'm going to make a scene with this. And out of nowhere... Oh, the car, you showed that off. I love the car in this scene. Yeah, and the scene wasn't supposed to be in space. And then out of nowhere, I don't know if someone recommended it in chat or I went, I know. And I just freaking threw the scene in space. I was like, boom. Floating island thing in space. I was like, we got it. It shows that was some small parts. Yeah, I would like to... I want to find this scene. Probably light it with Lumen. And actually fill the background with a nicer looking space. So like a nebula or something. Because right now, it's really bland. You've just got stars at the top half here. And then blackness or darkness here. It's really boring. So I'd love to fill the scene with actually a better background. And I think that would make it look like 10 times better. After that, this is the one that Sufki saw. So when did I upload this? 3 years ago, I made this scene. Oh, yeah. Some particle effects as well. It'd be well cool. Yeah, I was searching for some tutorials for that may help me code. Uh-oh. Backroom games. And YouTube recommended me your stream. Unfortunately, I'm not a coder. People come all the time. So this is the scene I made 3 years ago now, apparently. From scratch, mostly. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not a coder. But people always visit my channel and they're programmers. They always ask for help. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm just an artist. I'm just a stupid artist. Scene to MVP. I love making this scene. Shrek Shack. I learned how to do particle effects, foliage. Every scene I've made has been a learning experience for me. And it's why I picked to make scenes that I have no idea how to make. When I first start a scene, I have no idea how I'm going to accomplish it. Which a lot of people will try to do something they're comfortable with. I just don't do that because I want to learn. There was a robot in the doghouse. There was, yeah. I don't think you can see it on here, unfortunately. Maybe I'll try to find this scene and load it up and we'll have a mess around with Lumen. Could you imagine this scene in Lumen? I'd like to improve the trees as well. Maybe actually download or buy Speed Tree and replace the trees. Yeah, and then one day I woke up and I was like, let's make some stylized assets. I go through the story at my streams, but there's actually quite a few people here right now, so I'd like to get the story out of the way. I woke up one day and I went, I have a really good idea on how to make stylized assets without actually having to be very good at hand painting. Love the bugs flying around. They're literally just like spheres with a black non-reflective material on it, I'm pretty sure, and then they're just got a particle effect that basically tells them to move in a random direction, and then it spawns like 20 of them. It's really simple, but it works really well because something that's like this small at a distance, like really tiny, you're not gonna notice it's not got much detail on it. Yeah, I made all of these randomly. And then I went, oh, let's make an environment for all of these things I'm making. And then we made... What was I need to work for your portfolio? Yeah, true. See, I've had some people say they really love my portfolio because it shows a it shows a huge gap of different things I'm capable of doing. But then I've also had people say that they don't like my portfolio. I think Dom had a heart that was burning. No, Luke had a heart that was burning. Yeah, I've had some people say that they love my portfolio because it shows a sort of a stretch of what the abilities I could do. But then I've had people say the opposite, that, oh, you've not focused in one area. But I definitely hear the other one more these days, that I look more flexible. Oh, yeah, I didn't see that as well. Gizro, I can't remember. Doing new things shows progressing your skill. Wait, we got guns, though. Hold on a minute. I want to show this thing quick. So we made this scene, and this is my first attempt I say that as if like I want you guys to have sympathy for me. I wish I was better at doing a hand painted. I wish I did a hand painted sky sphere. I think that really takes away from the quality of the scene. But yeah, I did this with these fireflies and everything. But yeah, this was my first Starlight scene, and then since then we've basically been doing tons of different stuff. We made this scene, which is again probably my favorite scene. This was a blast to make. I even did the sounds with my mouth. Except the music. I didn't do the music with my mouth. Like that train coming in is me just going and then that was an interesting way to make the sounds. Then we're working on this scene, which I did from the video, which I'm now working on as my main project because I wanted to improve it. There you go. So now it's in Lumen instead of ray tracing, and I'm basically building all of it now. It doesn't look good at the moment, but I wanted to get all these rooms done. So this is the garage, or garage, sorry. Garage is the American way of saying it. You want to see the fish station in Lumen? The problem with the fish station is it didn't even have proper lighting in it. Or do you mean the Simpsons scene? That's what we have it in right now, Lumen, if that's what you meant. But it's the fish station scene wasn't even using lighting very much. It was using a special shader. Like, this is probably only being affected 20% by lighting, and the rest of it's basically, like, blocked colored with, like, an unlit kind of effect. So I don't know how much Lumen would change that effect. I mean, it might make it look a lot better. And then, yeah, the last scene I made, which I'm still making because well, I call myself lazy. I'm working a full-time job, but I do think I should get this done. But this was in UE4. And as I showed you earlier, that was the UE5 one. Yeah, I'll have a look. I'd love to. I want to convert most of my scenes to Lumen, to be fair. Because I think, why not, right? Because if it's going to improve how they look, it's then just going to be an easier way to make them look better on my portfolio. You're not lazy, just getting stuff done, actually. Yeah, but, like, I just don't feel compelled to do too much extra work on the weekend. And it... People always tell me, like, oh, I can't believe you can even do work on the weekends. I can't even lift a finger on the weekends. And I'm like, man, I wanna sit here, because I'm not going to do a long stream today. I'm going to stream for probably another half an hour. But, like, I want to sit here. I want to get up tomorrow morning and have the motivation to stream for 8 hours. But the problem is I know I'm going to wake up on Monday for work and not have the motivation to work. And I'm being paid to do that. So I don't want to burn myself out on the weekends. The farm scene would benefit from Lumen. Like, yeah, I want to get that in if I can find it. The weekend is the time where you get stuff done. To be fair, I don't even need to find the farm scene. I have it on my marketplace, so I could always just do it there. But I don't have the map there, unfortunately. I didn't sell it with the map. Ugh. Thanks, man. I'm enjoying my company at the moment. We're a very, very tiny company. And we've not, like I said, made a game yet or anything. But I'm enjoying it. And there are some hiccups here and there just with some of the staff and some bitterness towards people. But, oh, man, like, the fact that I get to do it as a living is so awesome. Here you go. Weapons. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3. We've got a Magnum. I look at some of these, and they're not the best thing in the world, but I'm sitting here like, could I remodel this now? It's not too complex, actually. It's relatively low poly as well. Got a new job at restaurant today. Man, like, still love that, but would love even more to work in the industry. People come to me sometimes and ask about that. How do you get a job in the industry and all this? And I don't know what to tell people, because it took me 6 years just to land my first job. Now, I got to a lead artist position within my first year. I'm a lead artist at the moment. Within the first year of working at my company, because my boss just saw a lot of promise in me, and I'm very grateful for that. He hired me because he watched my stream, and you know what he watched me make? I'm gonna show you. We're going on a bit of a detour now. I think it's honestly portfolio networking. I think networking is so important. I've known people who are terrible artists get jobs, while at the same time, I've known people who are amazing, the best artists I've ever seen, struggle to find work. Like, it's just really living room, so boat. It's just really sad. It's why I'm so strict on like who we hire, because I don't want to say too many stories about work. I mean, yes, if your portfolio is solid, it's only that. Lay connections, yeah, pretty much. We had someone at my job for quite a while, sort of coasting by. She barely did any work. I should say they. She barely did any work, and as horrible as it kind of made me feel, I wanted her just gone. I didn't want us to have her there anymore. I wanted us to fire her. And it's a horrible thing to think that you want somebody fired, because her passion was to be a 3D artist. Her passion was to do this job, but she wasn't doing any work. She was intentionally not doing work. I'd spoken to her several times, and she just was not a productive worker. And I look at dozens of artists, whether they're my close friends or people I've just met online, and if I mean, if it not works, it doesn't work. Yeah, exactly. She just didn't work, and she just didn't work for the company, so she couldn't be there much longer. And she got to keep the job for 7 months. I think we have 2 assets probably in the game that she made after 7 months. I've got freaking probably 1,000 assets. Oh, maybe not 1,000. Hundreds? 300 assets probably in the engine that's mine. And I just look at artists, like my friends who are artists and people online, and I look at how good they are, and I know how much work and how much passion they'd have for being able to put their time in being paid to work at a company. And when I thought about them, and I looked at this person taking basically her work opportunity for granted, it just made me sad. And it's why I wanted her gone. I got my friend Dom a job at where I work. I guess we work now. Because he deserved it. He's a good artist, and he puts in the work, and he's proved that. And it just sucks seeing so many artists go without work because there's just no work for them, or they're not given a chance. I wasn't given a chance. I don't think I'm the best artist in the world, but after 6 years, or within that 6-year period of not getting a job, no one would give me a chance. I applied for 3 internships where I wouldn't have even been paid, and they wouldn't give me a chance. Hey, I'll take her place. Unfortunately, her place has already been filled. Starburns red. Industry where a lot of people just don't have the drive or motivation anymore, while the real driven people don't get those jobs. Yeah. It's just a really hard, like, what's what I'm looking for? A hard truth to swallow. I just want everyone to be where they deserve to be. There are plenty of people who deserve my job that I don't deserve. I don't feel like I deserve my job. I waited a long time and I work hard, but there are other people who deserve it more than I do, and they don't have a job, and that makes me very sad. Attitude should be all the way able skill, and then yeah, my boss values attitude really high. He'd rather have someone who's eager to work and happy and wants to be a part of the company than someone who is really good but just has a bad attitude. So my boss hired me because he watched me texture this hat. Out of all the things he could have watched me do, it was texturing this hat. And he said it's because it showed I had a passion for the project, because even small assets I put my heart into. Even though there's nothing really going on with this hat, there's some gradient shading, and there's the little bow, and then there's the sew lines around the edging. But yeah, this is what he hired me from, was watching me texture this hat, and I think that's so funny. Oh, let me get rid of all this now. Oh, those job positions are already filled, but they save it for someone else. Yeah. Dear work, you're just learning his growth. Yeah, that too. Recruiters privately email you first before telling you to join. It's my job. They kind of just contact you through LinkedIn and hire you. I think they're pretty good at my place, to be honest. I mean, they didn't offer the job out when I got my friend the job. They just put him on a 1-month trial period, and then we went from there. You normally get rejected if they don't contact you first. Yeah, I feel like that happened to me because people kept telling me over and over again, like, oh, so it must be something wrong with you if every single art job I had applied for over a 6-year period, which is probably about 200 jobs, I didn't even get declined from probably 90% of them. I just didn't get a message back. I didn't get anything. And people kept telling me it was my fault. And maybe it was to an extent. Maybe if I had like an amazing portfolio, I would have been contacted. But it just felt like they didn't even look at my work. Like it's like I didn't exist when I applied. And I think it's from what KLOA probably said. Is that they just automatically reject you because they got someone else in mind. And maybe I was just applying for a lot of jobs like that. Because I believe that's the case. And not because I'm trying to, like, stroke my own ego and be like, oh, it wasn't me. But you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't feel... It feels very weird that I didn't even get a single interview. I've technically never had an interview for an art job, ever. Because the job I got here, I didn't really have an interview for. My boss just really liked me and basically gave me the job instantly. He was just super happy with what he saw on YouTube and went, Steve, I really like your work. Do you want a job? The job's here if you want it. And I was like, I was overwhelmed. I was so happy that after so long, I had finally got given a chance to just to prove myself. Because if I joined the company and I just lost all motivation within the first month and lost my job, it would just be me to blame. But I was never given the opportunity. So it was super nice to have somebody finally give me that opportunity. And I respect my boss for taking the chance on me. My boss likes to hire graduates, so it wasn't like he was taking too big of a chance on me, but he was taking enough that I'm super appreciative of what he did. Thank you so much, Sufki. I'm hoping to be here as long as I can. Doing what I do. It's... Because that's what all of us want at the end of the day, right? We just want to do the job we want to do. We want to... We don't all live to work. Most of us work to live. But if you can turn your job into a live to work situation, like you want to be there so badly that you live to work, that's just amazing. I don't live to work right now. I enjoy my job a lot, but I still very much like my free time. But art works better. It seems that fan art works better than a portfolio. I'm thinking of doing the same. Yeah. Let's go. So I'm just basically having a spiel for the last 15 minutes about my feelings towards getting jobs and stuff and other artists. I think patience is one of the hardest things. Work on your skills and your network, and eventually you will hit that job. Then the ball only needs to roll further. Yeah, I think as soon as you land one, as soon as you got your foot in the door, I bet I'd have a much easier time now. So I need to find some reference. Finding another job because I now have had one. Now, I don't know how much easier it would be, but I have a feeling it will be easier. Because you guys are so chatty, I love it. I can't imagine people being lazy. I know there are a lot of lazy people, but still, I always try to find excuses for them, like they're sick or depressed, because I don't understand, like, user potential. I like to try to think that way, but at the same time, some people, unfortunately, are just lazy, because I've known too many of them to justify why they wouldn't be doing the work. And this person we had hired, you know, maybe she had some problems. And this is one big thing I try to tell people, that a business isn't... They're going to care a little bit. Don't get me wrong. If you've got something wrong, you've got some pressure, they will care a little bit. But if you aren't producing work for the company over a long period of time, the excuses won't get you out of losing your job. And you can't blame the company for that. As much as I hate defending the company, it's hard to blame the company for it. Oh, so that door's blue. Okay. So I needed this information. Because they obviously want some, especially when it's a tiny company, and having someone on who's not producing work is going to cause the company to close down. You know what I mean? Was fire excuse about yeah. Me and my friend is a designer, and he gets after 4-ish years offer from a PlayStation studio. Wow, in London, that must pay so much. I mean, there is a difference between lazy and being able to. Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, it's just about putting the effort in and trying, right? Like in my first month of working my job, I put so much effort in. I made. Oh wait, I can't really tell you what I made, but I made a lot of work in a very short period of time because I wanted to impress. I wanted to prove. Oh, can I not copy that color? Oh, that's a shame. I wanted to prove. Oh, I don't need to copy the color. I just need to make sure I assign a new one. There you go. I could change it just in case. If you go down here, if you want to view something as a different color in the viewport, just go down to the viewport display after assigning it. So make sure you got your faces selected. Select the material that you've added, assign, come down to your viewport display, and then change it to what you want. I try to make things as many different colors as I can. So that way I've identified what I've assigned a different material to. It's not going to be green when I have it in engine. But as long as it's a different color, I know I've already assigned a different material to it. You just see how many different colors. Actually, I can show you on one thing. I find this very important because it will stop you from accidentally importing something and trying to edit it when you've not got loads of different when you've not applied your different materials, because sometimes you need loads. So let me find boom ready chicken plane. Okay, that's wait, is it not here? No. Edit. Oh, file. Open recent. Oh, it's not here. Hold on a minute. Bugger. Where did I start? Hey, hi, good job. Thanks, Yaunis Haddad. I probably said that completely wrong. How's it going, man? Are you an artist? I like knowing what people are doing. BRB. Oh, yes, I always do that. The material slot thing. Yeah, I do it all the time because it helps you differentiate different parts. Unfortunately, I was going to show you the character I was making because I applied loads of different materials to him, but I can't seem to see him. Ice ring. Record cover. Curtain pull back. I need to find him because I want to work on him at some point. I have so many side projects I need to work on. God, I have no idea where he is. I'll have to look at an old stream to find... Oh, right. Arabic name. Right. Sorry. I mean, your name probably is awesome, but I'm just a British person who doesn't understand cool names. Unfortunately. Let me go to my channel. I really want to show this off because it's really important to separate them out. If I go to my past stream... Okay, it was in... Character V9, it's called. Character V9. It was on my desktop, apparently. Desktop. Wow, where is he? Hello? Character, where are you? Desktop. Is it not on this hard drive? I have so much work on this PC, it's insane. I might start storing all my past work on a portable hard drive just to clear up some room. Desktop 21st of the 1st. Is it in this one? Sort by item type. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's get back to do what we're doing here because I can't find it anyway. So what I'm trying to do right now is just to color this in here blue. So that way, I don't know how laggy this is for you guys because UE5 doesn't like to be streamed. But yeah, so if we get in there blue, because if we look at the actual Simpsons scene, it's in there blue. If we look here, always use reference when making things. Like we made this curtain, recently. I got the material for it, but I haven't actually thrown it on anything yet. And I don't know where it is. Corn? Yeah, there you go. So I can tile this now across the surface, and we can actually apply the corn curtains. So yeah, always look at reference, because you're always going to need to use it. So let's get this blue. All we got to do is, because I've changed the color of it here as a new material, we'll export. And Simpsons assets, walls, and when I come back into here, I should be able to find it and re-import. There it is. Re-import. This might flip to a color now. Oh, look at that lighting change. Whoa. Okay, it didn't. It also didn't apply a new material element. So, re-import of new file. Walls. Oh, I know why. So one mistake I always do in Blender is I forget to click selected object. So what I've probably done is exported everything. Because I like doing that by accident. Select selected only walls. Yeah, I think I've probably crashed it from doing that. So, because it's going to import a really annoying mesh anyway, because it's going to import everything. Nope, still loading. I'm just going to close UE4 down real fast. Reopen it. The lights are so much in the corner, I think. Wait, which lights? Let's load back up the scene. The Simpsons scene was actually really, really fun to make as well. I had to do it all in 3 days, though. And I know you probably go, oh, you always tell us you made it in 3 days, Steve. But I'm not saying that to sound like, oh, what? Look at what I could do in 3 days. I'm saying it because it was a lot of stress in such a short amount of time. Because we've made all these little bits here now. There's some records and stuff, which look very nice. And like these cans, which I've got some micro detailing on them. I would never have had the time to add these in that 3-day period. But I was able to do so. Oh, wait. I've got the quality too high. It doesn't like that on stream. But now that I've got the time, because I'm just working out my free time, I can add like the skateboard, the cans, the record, all these books down here, and actually make it look really nice. So, let's try to re-import that again. But time to model some small assets. Pretty much, yeah. Now I can model small assets, which is awesome. So yeah, look, it's going to add a new material. Oh my god, look at the material put on by default. That is so pink. That is so pink. So what we want to do is we want... Oh, I've already made one. Nice. Drag that on. Boom. We've got the right color for here now. The assets in here suck at the moment. There are only placeholders, so it doesn't really matter. Obviously, the room that's got the most detailing in it right now is this one, because I've taken the time to actually add the detail. So now that we've got that done, that's great. And basically, we need to start making assets for the kitchen. So if I unhide everything, we can use this scene to place them all. So this is where I originally made it, as you can see. And I can start making assets in here. Now, the cupboards and stuff need to be made better, but would you be able to look at my website and gauge how hireable I am currently? Sure, man. I love doing this kind of stuff. If any of you ever want me to look at your work and give a constructive criticism, even if your work's better than mine, I'll try my best to give something constructive. I will say how... If you show me your website, I'll tell you how hireable you are, depending on if my company would hire you. Because unfortunately, I can't tell you how much a company outside of mine, how hireable you are outside of my company. My company aren't looking to hire people, but you know what I mean. Any feedback is always welcome. I would say any feedback is welcome, but if you knew the kind of feedback I got, even from friends, it was never the most welcome, I can assure you. All right, good. So again, always get reference up. So we want to make table chairs. We have to make a lot in here. And it's all very interesting. Because the thing with The Simpsons is replicating in a real life scenario, it has a lot of color. And you can tell that by just looking at this scene. Now, this scene still looks quite realistic and stuff. But if we really break away from the color, just ignore it then. Yeah, that's a good point. If we start looking at color, it starts kind of going, you'd never see that in real life. Like, yellow curtains, you might see that in real life. Purple cabinet, a darker purple record player. The records are fine. The TV's purple. The chair's fine. The carpets, you can have multicolored carpet. And then the freaking, oh no, sorry, the rug. And then the carpet's green. Do you make your materials in Unreal? It's a mixture. I make the material in Unreal, but I make the textures. I either grab some online if you're available on Megascans or Substance Share, or I'll make them myself either in Photoshop, in Substance Designer, stuff like that. A lot of these will be textured in Substance Painter. Can I show you anything in Substance Painter right now? I can't show you anything I've been doing for my actual job because I'll get told off. Oh, here you go. I can show you my... Let me see if it will let me link. It will not let you link, I don't think. You might have to send it in the Discord chat. I've had to remake materials when I export from Blender to Unity. The two engines do colors differently. Yeah, Unity probably does sRGB, while Blender probably does RGB. You might need to enable and disable that. I could be wrong, because I've not really used Unity. I have used Alchemist, yeah. I've not used Stager. That's the new name it got, right? So... if you look at Painter, when you're texturing something, it's usually just thrown straight on top, right? So I'm just, with this, I've just been like not hand painting, applying materials that I have and doing a little bit of hand painting in certain areas to texture this guy up. And then you export those textures out into 3 different maps. And those maps, hopefully I can show you an example in here with the record player. Those maps should look like this. You'll have your base color with some transparency here. You got your normals, which I don't think it really has many. You could definitely see some up here, though. Whatever they are. And then you have your ORM map, which I don't... all maps are for Unreal Engine, mostly. An ORM map is occlusion, roughness, metallic. It combines all 3 of those maps into the RGB values. So if I just select R... oh, okay, sorry. If I just select R... that'd be our occlusion, roughness map, and then our metalness map. And then when they're all enabled, they'll look really funky colored like this. God, sorry, I've got a lot of phlegm in my throat right now. Yeah, I like the filter in there. That didn't exist in UE4, right? Man, I really need to get my throat checked out for the phlegm that's in there. There we go. Post it in the public channel. In the public? How dare. All right, let's have a look. Oh, you joined. You joined. That's the first time. I assume you're fine with me showing it on stream. So I won't look at any of this. I'll look at... oh, wait, actually. Is this what you're showing? Oh, no, no. You got animation. You got animation. Design. See, one reason I really like ArtStation. Now, this could be this is opinion based. This isn't something the industry might care about. But one of my biggest things I like about ArtStation is when I go on ArtStation, within seconds I can see someone's entire work, right? So if we go into here and let's select someone at random, let's go. I want to see an environment. There you go. This is a drawing. But if I go to this person's portfolio with a very quick scroll, wow, he's got a lot of stuff. But I can see all his work super fast. That's the only thing I don't like about these layouts. Again, this is more my personal preference, but you gotta, because they're all like separated like this, there's a lot of scrolling to look everything. But that's just, again, once again, my opinion on it. So is this a 3D render? Is that a render? I had a lot of fun designing this substance. The box was made to be torn and bent. A minimalist art deco style to reflect the luxurious simplicity of dried fruit. Is this a render? Because this isn't a render, right? This is a real picture. Okay. Oh, right. The design of it. I see. Okay. I gotcha. Okay, right. See, I like being able to click, like, going straight through them all very quickly. I'm just going to skim through these. Oh, wait, demo reel. Oh, perfect. I thought this was, like, one thing. So, what job are you looking for? The gamer architect. Exactly. What job are you specifically looking for? Because obviously you want to cater your portfolio to the job you're looking for. So if you're more interested in videography. Jesus, why my English today? Videography. If you're more interested in this kind of stuff, then have it at the top like you have. But you should always have the thing you're more interested in doing, the quickest someone can see it. Animation is the only 3D stuff, that's fine. So this is cool. This shows off that, I assume that's drone footage, but that you can make relatively... What? How did I do that? And why can't I go back? Oh, have I got to click the X up here? Oh, right. Oh, can I not middle mouse? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it shows that you can get good drone footage and stuff. I've never done drone footage. I live in the Midwest, so it's kind of 3D generalist. Not too many 3D studios here. Mainly video work around here. Well, if it's mainly video work, that's mainly what you're looking for. I think having this at the top makes a lot of sense. Gonna go see it next time. See you next time. I really had to make a demo reel. Oh, so hello, Charlie. Wait, have I completely ignored you talking? Hold on a minute. I swear these messages weren't here earlier. I've had to remake materials. Oh, no. I saw that from Bloody Unity. The 200s. Okay. I felt like I missed stuff. I feel like some of those comments did randomly appear, though. Yeah, I mean, I won't look for everything, but looking at, like, the previews. Previews are always good. Need to go to. Thanks for always streaming, Steve. Have a good one, man. I hope to see Sunday when I'm going to stream next, not Saturday. Because I don't get many viewers on Saturday. I mean, it's good. If we're talking about the portfolio itself, like the actual placement and everything, as long as what you're more interested is at the top, I think it's really good. You've got all these other sections, obviously, but that just, I assume, going to drag me down, yeah. The music. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Max and Arnold. I'm not really sure. Like, I could critique all of the 3D stuff as well, but there's just a lot to digest. Something I was always taught with portfolios, you should limit it to your best work and try to keep it like 10 or under. I don't even know how many I got on mine, but the front page of mine... So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, I don't know how much people actually care about 10 and under, but yeah, it's just seeing everything that they need to see at once. So I'm not sure how I like it with, like, when we're here, I can only see 3 pieces of art, and with a company, they're going to want to see as much as possible at a quick time, because if they're reviewing 100 people's portfolios and they have 5 minutes to view each one, because that's 500 minutes worth of time, let's say 6 minutes, so we can get a round number of 10 hours. 6 minutes worth of time for 100 people is only 10. It was 10 hours. That's more than a day's worth of work. So you want them to, as quickly as possible, see all the stuff you want them to see. So if this area here is the most you want them to, is the area you want them to see the most, then I think it's a good portfolio. But if you really want them to see all this area, I'm not entirely sure. But I can't think of any ways of fixing that. I'll have to check out ArtStation. This was very helpful. I don't know how much like I said, I don't know how much what I'm saying is really the way a company will view it. I know I would. If my boss told me, because I'm a lead artist, if he told me, Steve, I want you to review these artists, and you have till lunchtime to view them, I'd quickly go on here and be like, okay, Okay, let's look at this one. I'll click on a couple. Okay, you know, okay, that looks pretty good. He could do quite good, like camera work, stuff like that. He seems to have a grasp of composition, and then I'll move on to the next person. You know what I mean? So like having it snappy, I think is the best course of action with portfolios. Anyways, let's actually make something today. I've already been streaming an hour, but we'll try to get something. So the Simpsons have really basic chairs. You have to put your best foot forward in the shortest amount of time, I've gathered. Yeah, pretty much. I know I was just like yammering on, but yeah. Any critique from my portfolio? Have you posted it anywhere? You can't post it in the YouTube chat because for some reason it doesn't let you put it there. So you'll have to join the Discord. It sounds like I'm just like advertising my Discord. You'll have to join the Discord to show me. No, you actually do. You have to join the Discord to post it. Where's my cube? Here. So we'll just go out here. Oh, look at that. You can see, like, so I was making the part of the chair. It's not creased very much. I thought I creased it more than that. Like, yeah, like that. Anyways. You should really start doing portfolio review thing weekly for every 2 weeks. It'll be fun. Oh, I'd love to do that. We just don't usually have enough people sort of here to show me portfolios because I'd run out of portfolios to view if we didn't have many people here. Today, we've seemed to bring quite a few people though, so it's really nice. But no, I'd love to do that. If you guys, if you join the Discord, I can organize a day. We can make it Sundays if people are around, and I can review people's portfolios and sort of write down what I think. I can even pop them up on in the background and draw over the top and say what I do differently. I mean, there's like 2 cases when it comes to portfolios. I'm either reviewing how the portfolio looks, or I'm reviewing how the art itself looks. In Tuckmac's case, I was more reviewing the portfolio as a whole because I'm not a. He's had a lot of photography work, and I'm not really a photographer. What I've been told, most recruiters and hiring managers only spend 30 seconds, there you go, on a first look. So you've got to have something that will grab their attention in that little time. Pretty much. I was just using 6 minutes as an example because I was doing it with 100 people. So 600 minutes being 10 hours of work. So they need to somehow squeeze that into a day of work if they're only allowed to review people for a day. But yeah, it probably is about 30 seconds, if I'm honest. So there was actually a better picture of the chairs here somewhere. So the chairs are obviously very basic because it's a cartoon. Yeah, they got... Oh, right. So it's like the leather wrapped around and then like nailed across. Okay, that's really interesting to know because obviously if I didn't find this picture, I'd have just thought the whole top part was plastic. But now I know that's probably trying to be leather. And then the bottom's probably just like a cushion. And then all this looks either like it'll be painted metal, which I'll probably go for, or it'll be plastic. I don't think it'd be plastic because I think it needs to be a bit stronger, especially for Homer to sit on. Let's be honest. Poor Homer. So if we're having cushion, we'll probably need it thicker, and then we're probably going to make the top of it sort of curve around like this. I could do it like that, or I could do it like this. Like that. Instead. Yeah, that's probably more like what it's going for. I think what I'll do instead is just do the top, smooth that over, then select this and custom. So do this to a custom amount, like as far as you want from here. So maybe like here. And it will probably have a board at the bottom of it. That's probably, yeah, if I duplicate that and do that, and then we could just select you, hide that. So at the top, bottom, do a quick bevel of just 1, like this. Could give the seat something like that. We can then probably do a slight bevel here, but have this a bit smoother like this. Give that sort of bit on it. Then you have like this nails at the bottom, which will do in the texture. Up here, again, it probably will have cushion at the front, because if it's leather, it's probably going to have the leather coming around the front and then a cushion on the inside. I'm reading you guys' chat just in case you're saying anything. So we're probably looking at a flat back like this. The corners are 100% curved. So let's quickly get a bevel on those like that. So something you'll notice if you've scaled it, so let's see this. If you've scaled your thing longer like this, right, and you get a bevel to corner, you'll probably notice that you're getting a much sharper curve coming around the top. That's because it thinks it's technically, if I actually come into here and we turn down its scale, it thinks it's still supposed to be this scale. So either when you're at that scale, push Control A and then scale, and it will reset it for you. And then when I do it now, we should get a nice normal curve. Or just make sure that, let's just do that. Make sure that when you're in here, go to edit mode first and then scale it. I've said this tip 100 times, but it's really useful, because if you forget, you might be like, why is my bevels looking weird? So this probably should match the size of the chair. So we'll just do this. There you go. Maybe a tiny bit thinner. I posted a link in the Discord for my portfolio. Nice. Let's have a look. Oh my god, look at all these new faces. How wonderful. Critique zone. Oh, nice. You even put it in a good spot. What an absolute mad lad. So Instagram portfolio. Okay, so first thing I do is probably not use Instagram. I don't even have an Instagram. I didn't even know I could view Instagram without being logged in. I thought I had to have an account. Huh. I swear you used to have an account. I personally, most people I've known who work in the industry who review people always just say ArtStation is really good. So I've just always used ArtStation because it organizes your stuff into snippets, you know, like it's just like a small square all lined up against each other. And if I was like, let's say I was reviewing my own portfolio. Now my portfolio is all over the place with all the different stuff I can do. So if I was being really judgmental, I might say, oh, this guy needs to really focus in one area. But I like diversity, which is why I make my portfolio diverse. But I might go look here and go, okay, so you start off with this section, and you're like, nope, you start off with, hold on a minute. You start off with this section. You go, okay. So he's gone through an environment artist job. Let's look at his environment. So I want to see if he can make hand painted stuff. Oh, what's this? Like, have a look at this. And you look at it and you go, oh, okay, that looks hand painted. Has he got any closer up images? All right. And then they'll probably click the video first, to be honest. But like Starburns Red said, it might only have 30 seconds. So they go, okay, he's got it all animated, he's got it all moving. That's really good. So he can actually put a scene together in the Unreal Engine, having things actually moving in sequences. Cool. Then I'll go back to my main and go, has he got any other hand-painted stuff? I guess he's got this. Let's quickly have a look at his stylized props. Okay. Oh, what? He's got loads of weapons here, and he might quick go, Okay, and I'll move on to the next person. So if I had that same sort of idea with your one, now, people might like Instagram. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just wouldn't like to see someone give me their portfolio on an Instagram. Let's go to the chat so I can see you guys talking. Oh, hey. Oh, whoops. Hey, Brittany. How's it going? You were here last Friday, I believe. Wait, let me see. Okay, cool. Make sure I didn't miss anything. So, instantly, I know when you're applying for a job. Even here, I know you're looking for... Oh, the Gamer Architect, that's your name. I thought you was calling me the Gamer Architect. I'm instantly looking for... I know you're looking for an ArcViz. So, instantly, I would say you've done something wrong here. Because these look better than these. This... Oh, I can't view it because I'm not... I don't even have an Instagram, so I can't view it. This... No, it looks fine, but this looks worse than this, and this. So, yeah, if I was looking at your portfolio from the get-go, first of all, if you're looking for an ArcViz job, bump all three of these down and put all three of these at the top. Steve, hey, Romeo, how's it going? Oh, right. Top 3 are interior lighting, bottom 3 are HDR light. And that causing that different. I mean, I think the modeling on this one just looks in general not as nice as this one as well. You've got some really nice shapes here where, like, I'm only seeing it from a small picture. I could kind of zoom in. It's very square. Maybe it's just shapes. I guess zoomed in. That looks really nice. But again, this is so, I assume... I decided to jump on the wagon. Mine is in the outstation channel. Nice. So, like I said, I assume if you were applying for a games company and I saw this at the top, I'd probably lose interest very quickly. If you're applying for an ArcViz company, I'd be very interested because you're automatically showing you can do HD, you could do surround lighting, you can make a scene look fairly real. This one and this one in particular, I think look very, very good. I can see that you could do cloth simulations. I can see that you know how to do exterior lighting and you could do the interior lighting and you could do camera work and composition. These two, I don't think the camera work's too brilliant because it's all just a very two-directional. But this one, because of all the sort of other bits on it, I think these two work really well. Again, I can't click on them because I don't have a Instagram. I need to get part of the images there, all landscape. Right, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't click on any of them. Well, I can't click on any of these. Top 3 were Anderson-style planar shots. Oh, okay. I mean, again, it depends on, obviously, where you're applying for. If I was an artist, if you was applying for a 3D game artist, I'll be interested in this part now. Again, unfortunately, I can't click on it because it's Instagram. I can see here you're using, is that Unity? I think it's Unity. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these look really samey. It's very strange to me to have all of this kind of stuff as all these separate panels. This looks more like it's a bit too needs for art dev, perhaps too arty. I think this one, the way they're planned out, it looks more like a blog posting scenario you're doing when I get down to this section, where these would usually be dumped into one tier. I mean, if we look at my art station, have I left it again? I have. If we look at my art station or my portfolio, even I limited what you had because I put all my weapons into here so that way they're all stashed in one area. And when I make an environment, they're always in one slot. Like, I won't have 4 different pictures of the same environment. It will always be, oh, I want to see this environment. And you click on it, and now I can scroll down, and I can see all the stuff. Whereas having, like, 4 that I assume are all the same scene, 5, sorry, that are all the same scene, isn't a great way to put it together. But, I mean, overall, it looks like you're, especially these ones, it looks like you're pretty capable. I don't know if you've done the modeling. I don't know if you've done the texturing yourself. But if you have, you look very capable from just the first sort of approach from the site. The steps to do generalist or take an indie small team role that wants lots of skills. Yeah, like my company. I do probably 7 different jobs in my company. That's why I've kept mine quite diverse. I mean, I still wanted to make 100% of mine in game engine because I wanted to be just a game artist. But if you obviously were applying for a job and they might want CGI as well, you're at least showing that too. Do you think it's worth separating the types of work and doing ArtStation page? I think ArtStation page 100%. Not all. Think of it this way. Like I said, I'm a lead artist, so I might, if you apply for my company, I might be the person reviewing your ArtStation. I don't have an Instagram. I can't even look into more detail of your work. You want to make the ArtStation, or you want to make the portfolio, whether it's ArtStation or your own portfolio, as accessible as possible. You want to make it so people can click in and find what they want instantly. So I think Instagram is already making that hard. So yeah, I definitely think try to get this on ArtStation and try to put things into separate categories. I think that'd be a good way to do it. But again, I think you look capable from what I can see. But unfortunately, like I said, I can't click into them to actually see how well you've done. All right, next person. Now, this one is Starburns Red. Now, I know she's done some great work already, so I know I'm going to expect some nice things here. So already, No, again, it took me 6 years to get a job, so I've said before I may not be the best person to ask for viewing portfolios, but if you guys seem to enjoy me doing it, so yeah, I mean, I think some of these could use some better shots, and I personally really like. Now I know it's all the same on mine. Oh, I haven't got it on this one, like the Unreal icon and stuff like that. I haven't got on these ones either. I like stuff like that personally, but you don't need it. That's just a personal thing. Oh no, don't close my one. Use it as an example. That shot's good. I like that shot. That might be all there is on this one, so maybe I don't need a more shot. Okay, yeah, that'll make sense. I don't like this one. I just don't think I'm seeing a lot in the shot. Yeah, look at all this cool stuff. I think this, like a cut from here, or even like here. So half the square is the light part. Oh, nice. Breakdowns are always good. Now, there's a fine line between writing too much and not showing enough. I thought about putting the icons in. They're a nice addition. I don't necessarily think they're always necessary. So yeah, when I click on something, it's really, really nice to scroll down and see a breakdown. Oh, there wasn't a breakdown. Oh, yeah, always showing concept as well. Because at the end of the day, if you haven't made the concept yourself and a company says, can you draw that for us? And you can't do it. On your portfolio, you want to show what you're capable of doing. So if you want the person to draw something, either pop it in here or pop it in your description stuff. It's always really good. This is awesome. I would have loved to see if you could make these little ghosts. Because you could have animated that. You could have rigged their tail up. I know it's a bit awkward, but you could rig their tails up to do a generic sort of animation like this as they're flying. And then the rest of them just looks like it's a transparency with a Fresnel on it. So it's less transparency on the edge and it gets more blue. That'd have been really cool. Maybe a bit too much extra work because that's technically character art at that point. But no, I like this. I think there may be a bit too many shots of it. I don't know. What's this one? Oh, it's actually the 3D model. See, I'm never sure if you should put the 3D model at the top or the bottom. I think having it randomly halfway through definitely isn't the way to go. But I can never tell with 3D. Sometimes I feel like you don't even need a 3D. If you can show what you've been working on by just images, I don't always think there needs to be a 3D. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Oh, okay. To Fireflies, I read that part. Yeah, the 3D one's always really awkward. If you look at a lot of professional people's portfolios, they'll basically sometimes just have the 3D and then sometimes the designer shots underneath here, so like these shots. And then other times they won't even have a 3D and they'll just have your shots here. But I don't know why. I just know that people do that. Is there too many shots? I'm looking at it now, like looking at this. I think the beauty shots are fine, but if you do want a 3D on it, I don't think you need this many. Anyways. So this one looks pretty good. You got your beauty shot, and your last beauty shot. You got your 3 main points of interest, right? Might get a bit dark towards this corner, but this might be how the lighting works. It's got tileable textures on it. I can see that by just looking at it for 1 second, which is fine. That's not a negative thing. And it just shows that you can put a scene together using tileable textures, which is actually quite a good skill set. Like the ceiling here, I don't know if this is one plane or if it's separate, but again, shows that you can do tiling textures. Again, very important. Don't know if you made a tiling texture yourself, but like actually made the texture, but shows you can do that. This light's a bit blue. I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah. The outside being white is just a generic way of basically not having to make an outside, which is fine, because if you don't need to make an outside, why would you? So that's a bright light to cover no exterior is completely fine. I always love this kind of stuff. I assume this lighting's baked, right? See, sometimes you can do some post-processing like Fresnel, vignette, whatever it's called, where you get the edges a bit darker and stuff, but I think this shows off what you can do pretty well. The room's pretty empty, but I'm not going to judge that because I assume this was just done in a short period of time. Everything was made by me in that scene. Yeah. This is always good. Like, what, you got 3, 4 shots of this? 5 total. Yeah, it shows that you make the tiling texture perfect. Yeah, I really like this. I love being able to see development, especially when it's just quick, like, okay, pre-planning, pre-blocking out, perfect. Love that. So this one, I don't actually like the shot, but it depends. See, I feel like you could find a better shot. Now, with beauty shots, you can also do depth of field. I know some people hate depth of field, but a lot of people who view your portfolio think it's like, mwah. Like, if we look at my one, I'm not even a big fan of depth of field, but I always try to get it in. Like, because it draws focus to certain areas. Now, it depends if you want to draw focus, but this draws focus to the compass, and it doesn't draw focus around here, because that's where it's sharp. You might first look around it because of the color, and then you'll draw your attention to the compass, because it's the area that's actually sharp and got the most detail. Same here. Your focus draws to the boot, because it's where the camera's focused. The castle scene lighting was really hard for me to get. Oh, let's have a look at the lighting then. Now, the reason some of these focus points, because this isn't a very good camera angle, because you're not seeing a lot of detail. The reason that this is actually done like this is because it's actually a cinematic I made. This moves from left to right, and then you draw focus into the distance, but I never finished it. So this is actually a bad image in my opinion, but it's because it's a part of a cinematic that I never actually rendered out. So yeah, if I was judging my own work. But yeah, you get this really cool effect from depth of field because it draws focus the way you want it. See, because I can't see, I don't show point lights and stuff, but obviously I can't see where point lights are, so I can't really give any tips on how to get better baked lighting. With Lumen, I'd say just try to get all your scenes in UE5 now and get dynamic lighting, for obvious reasons. I mean, it indicates you could put a scene together, though, like, really well. I mean, I'd argue getting the square from here and then having that as your cover is probably better. I don't like this. Or maybe this just needs some depth of field and some fancying up to look better. This one's good. I like this. That's grasps my attention instantly. Ah, UE4 won't fit on your computer. That sucks. This is awesome, though. This material, I remember you showing it to me before. Awesome. This shows that you can do material. Now, if you start working on more materials, I'd argue to get a separate section for just materials. Right now, I don't think that's necessary because you've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of work. You don't need to separate that out more. So this is good. I like this scene. You showed this one to me before. I think this is awesome. I think there's a lot of work in it. The light here, really, really good. If you can get light casting, especially on dusty areas and stuff, and make it actually look dirty and stuff, it gives such a nice effect. So I really like that. I think the positioning of the lighting's really good. It might be a bit dark around here, because maybe you should have turned up your exposure to lighting this up and then make the outside a little bit lighter, because your eyes would adjust, but it's still fine. At the end of the day, I could say what I would prefer, but it's still your work. So if you want areas to be dark, keep them dark. If that was the intention of the scene, that's up to you. Yeah, this is awesome. Showing a breakdown of what went into the scene and how well you use that modularity. I don't even do this because I suck at modularity. I'm not too bad. But the fact that I can look at this and look at this and I can see each component and how they were implemented. I can look at this image and point out which components went where. Awesome. Material graphs, awesome. Really nice setup. You just got it all separate to illustrate what went into what. Very, very good. This is probably the best one I've seen on your portfolio so far, like breakdown-wise. This, very good image. I think that's a nice image because that's the only thing you focus on. Marmoset, I assume. No, Sketchfab. Yeah, I think this was fine. Yeah. I appreciate your opinion. Thank you. Awesome. This is really nice. I don't think it was necessary to have the camera this zoomed in, though. You should have just showed the whole thing, right? I think you... No? Oh, you've not... So you've not got a single shot where you see the entire thing. I know I can go into the Sketchfab. Or we can just zoom out. I mean, look at that. Look how cool that top bit looks. And it's not included in your pictures. I think just pulling the camera out more, or maybe the FOV out more, And then if you did want to show some of the oven stuff, just have a picture, because if you want to just show some of those decals you've made, or whatever you call them, the extra normals, just have like a camera angle from like here, and have some depth of field so it blurs around here, and you get to see all of this detailing. Why did he want it to be zoomed in? You're missing out on all the work. Well, not all the work. You're missing out on part of the work. Like, I can't see here, and I can't see that nice chimney. Chimney. That feels really unnecessary. I wonder why he asked for that. I don't agree with that at all. What's something you should have done as well? Oh, actually, it's got it on here. Floor shadows. But in this, I don't see any floor shadows. But no, I don't know why I wanted that zoomed in. I think it'll look way better zoomed out because you can actually see all the work. I think you could take 4 to 5 pictures of this, to be honest. This is a really nice asset. Like, you've not got any of this information shown in your images. I know it's kind of hard to want to take a picture of the back of it, but this is really nice. I mean, overall, top-notch portfolio. I think some of these pictures just need some more interesting feel to them. I mean, I've not clicked on this one yet. I think this is a good picture. Wait, what am I looking at here? Oh, traditional art. Right. Okay, you've lumped it all up into one folder. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, I thought this was right. This is a drawing, a painting. At the end of the day, if your main interest is to be a 3D artist, yeah, have this in one area because it's not the main part you're trying to advertise anyway. So, no, I think it's pretty good. Like, the main thing is just make these look more interesting. So I feel more compelled to click on them. And drag all your the ones you consider the best to the front. Whether or not you did them early or late, if you go to the edit, you can change them. Just drag whatever you think is the best. I moved some stuff around. In fact, they are in order of when I made them. But that's just because I've got better over time. But yeah, like, keep what you think looks the best. I definitely didn't make the tank last, I'm pretty sure. And that's first because it's the most detailed asset I have. But yeah, even like that, look, we've got this sharpness here, the blur here. It's just a nice effect that people tend to like to see. Anyways, I've barely done any work today, which is fine. If I could spend all my streams just talking to you guys, I don't know how much you'd like it. I love that. I don't mean to be too harsh either on your work. Like, overall, like I said, I think your stuff looks awesome, so I'm not really actually trying to judge very much at all. Thanks for the info. No problemo. You guys are being super nice to me saying. Maybe I did this wrong, because I kind of need this part. Or maybe I should just make this part thicker. To me, this makes the most sense having it sitting on top, but possibly I could have done it so it comes up to, like, here. Like, something like... What am I selecting there? What is this? Actually, if I do this, I can select the whole thing. Oh, that's like its own thing. I must have copied a face there by accident. Yeah, what I can do here is I could have dragged this over to, like, here. Like that. Yeah, that definitely looks better. So that way I have all this room here to put, like, something in it. And then I can always bring up the bottom if I feel like that's too thick. So if I feel like it's a little too much, but just do this. Select you. Do this. Like that. No, we've got that but cut off, and we've got that in there. Now, we have all this room here that's not being used. So, for just UV mapping purposes, or even texture purposes, because you want to save some texture space, let's do this instead. So now, when I go to texture it, I don't have to texture a whole freaking, like, plane, like that I had there, that, like, it was filled in. Instead, I just have to texture this, like, little edge here. Most of it's being used anyway. Scale that down. I do always feel very weird critiquing other people's work. I try my best to keep it as honest and stuff as possible, but I never felt like I was a very good artist to begin with. People seem to really... You guys seem to really respect my opinion. That's super nice of you guys. No, it definitely needs to be higher. I just need to pull this up a bit more. Pull this up. Oh, what the heck is that? Do duplicate. I think these need to be tied together. This, cool. Now I can't cap them right now because I've got them smooth. If I cap them, they'll do that, and if I allegedly bin it, they'll do that and not do what I want. What I want to do is confirm our subdivides, and then cap them, and then bevel the cap. So something I've learned to just sort of accept is engons are not the worst thing in the world, because when they go into engine, they will convert to tries. Now, the reason engons are an issue, and I've shown this before loads of times, but the reason engons are an issue is because when... So let's just do a four-sided shape, right? Let's say we got this shape here. Now, right now, it should identify in the engine that I want, essentially, it to split the tries up to here, like that. However, there will be occasions where you get a shape like that you've moved around, whether it's an engon or a four-sided shape, and instead, it will cut the shape like this. And then you look at it in engine and go, crap, that's not what I want. And that's a four-sided shape. So when you're doing five-sided shapes... or more, so engons. So if we do this, delete all this. It's really hard to intentionally do it, and engon, I've realized. Delete edge loop. So now, dissolve edge. Nope, there is a way to get rid of this edge. Actually, you know what? If we go only edge, there you go, then fill it. Boom, we've got an engon. Now, think of this. If we have, like, this coming up here... Oh, in fact, this is more than engon. This coming down here, and then, like, say, this going like this. We get this really funky shape. Now, this is still a six-sided shape, but the engine... Blender clearly knows I want it to be cut here to here. Whoops. Here to here to here to here. I missed one. Here to here. Boom. That's the shape we'd want it to form. But, like I said, there'll be occasions where an engine, it goes, oh, quick, convert it to tries. And it thinks you want something like this. If I can even do it. Will it let me? It won't even let me. There you go. Something like this. And then this is still not a try, so it'd have to convert this somehow like that. And you'll get a shape like this instead. So it's still using that same... engon, but it's made the tries different places. So yeah, you want to watch out for engons for that reason. But if it's a flat surface where your engon is made, you usually won't come into any trouble. Pro tip. Let's get the Simpsons back up. So yeah, this is a leather thing, and it's got a smooth on the... So these are definitely smooth. Now the question is, how much do I want to actually model this, and how much do I want to texture it? I think I should model like all of it, right? We model all of it. Let's do... Actually, let's smooth this over. Like this. So something like this. That's the shape of it. And then... I just want to bevel this side like that, right? The front's going to be a bit weird, but technically we could probably get rid of the front anyway, because we're having the leather sitting over it. We can pull this back to here. Cool. Now... There's a couple ways I can achieve this. I can just duplicate this, pull it back, pull this back out, do this, pull this over, pull this down, and then smooth this over. Or try to anyway. Cool. And then you can pull it in and make it look like it's kind of clamped to it. can't see what I'm doing. The like smoothed, the smoothed one is making it hard. But I need it smooth, so I can't really back down from that. Cool. The problem is I've got all these edges on here now, whereas what I should have done was not had many. That's fine. Now, I do find it really weird when I've had people on my channel before and they say, but my professor told me to do this. And it will quite often be something around like, what? Why would they tell you to do that? Now, I want to say the teacher should know more than me. But they are questionable sometimes. I'll have to be honest there. Say that. So I've heard some really wacky stuff that apparently teachers have said. I'm like, no, there's no way they told you to do that. Let's pull that along. Actually, why don't we just do this and grab every other, pull them up, every other here. I kind of did this a bit backwards. It does kind of look like spotting over, but because I've moved these first, it caused a weird edge effect on it. Let's undo what I did. Get it back to what it looked like before, then add the edge loops like that. There you go. So if we go 10, 10, these are thinner over here, so 5, 7, or 6, maybe 6, 6. And then we grab every other like I was doing. If I grab every other and just scale it inwards, we might get an effect I'm looking for. We'll have a check. Kind of. Kind of looks like it's being pulled in. I think right now what we're having an issue with is I need it to be pulled out in general. Wait, just you. There you go, like that. There we go. And then what we're going to want to do is to pull these till they match up perfectly. I could pull them in and actually make it a little bit 3D like that if I really wanted to, but I'm not sure yet. And then I need to, in the texture preferably, put like little pins across all of them. They shouldn't all align perfectly like I have them, but we'll keep it like that for now. And as they come to the front, I probably want something like that. God, it's really high poly now. Yeah, that's something I didn't really think about. Not too bad. You could always do like a little dent in them if you really want towards the center, where they'd put their heads like that. But that does cause a weird effect because we're pinning it into one center point. But we'll keep it like that for now, just to see how we go. They're capped. And then we just got the legs, which from what I could tell, someone else joined? Oh no, cool. Wait, what is being right in chat right now? Okay. Sorry. Need to make sure everything's all right in chat. Very, very important. So, basically, the legs look really, really simple. They're just like... There's a couple ways I could do them. Like, it really depends how well it smooths. So, on one of them, it looks like it goes straight down like this. But then Grandpa's sitting on one. And it looks more like it's doing this. Damn you, Grandpa. So I could do that, do this. Oops. Wait, why is it going? Oh, let's do it fine now. I think I must have just went on the wrong axes. Cool. Like that. this. Like this. Now, I don't know how well it's going to work, so when you smooth it, you'll get this bit here. You could do this to help avoid that, and that might work. So we'll have a quick check as we're doing it. So let's move that twice, bring that. Yeah, bring that there. Bring that there. Bring that there. Bring that there. Bring one down here. Bring it down here. Smooth. That's pretty much what it looks like. Like, if we look at Grandpa, I think I need it thicker. That's pretty much what it does. It's a bit different here, but here it doesn't look like it's doing that. What is Marge doing here? Interesting. Yeah, let's make it a bit thicker. It's pinching a little bit. Let's pull these in, pull these down. Now scale it. This. Pull you up. Out. Cool. Now, do these look too low down? That looks too low down, right? Yeah, this definitely needs to be higher. Which means I just need to do this. This. Make sure they reflect how much they're bending outwards. Cool. There. I should probably mirror this, but I'm kind of winging it right now. Something like that. That's pretty much their chairs. Now I could put the nails in the back of the bolts would be on the back of this if I really wanted to. The bolt would be what, 6-sided? Bolt. Oh look. It's bolt. It's exactly what I was looking for. I like how it like keeps showing me from the side. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. So we just get, we could get a cylinder, make it 6, bring it out. I'll get it flat for now. Do this, do this. Now I can't bother to make the actual, well, I don't think there's any point, sorry, making the actual screw bit in the side, because when it's attached, it will look perfectly aligned because it'll be completely pulled in like that. Now when I texture it, I'll probably have some scratch marks. And again, I could texture this in. I don't actually need to make this a physical model, but I thought it'd be interesting. Something that they actually do is they pull this in here and they pull this up, right? But the top's like smoothed. Now I wonder if I could just do a Control Shift bevel. I can. See, it looks like that. You know what I mean? Like if you look at it, look, it does like that sort of thing. If I smooth that, oh, don't smooth that. That'll... Wait. Really? So I just need to do this. There you go. We get a pretty interesting looking bolt. That's nice. Now we should have overlapping. There you go, things here. So if we just merge distance. Did that merge? It did. Okay. That would be nice and connected. And we have this really interesting shape. Then, last thing I'd want to do is just have a very, very slight bevel on here. Oh, I should get the scale correct. Here you go. Do something like that. And possibly... What happens if I do that now? Would it break it? No. Possibly do something like that. Yeah, I probably should. Oh, that kind of... Why is that messed up now? Oh, there you go. I probably should have like a bevel here with maybe like that. And it probably needs to be a little bit smaller. And we have a bolt we could just throw on the back of these. Wait, why did QQ write lol? What did I do? What's that? The only problem is because it's like a rounded thing, I'm a little bit worried that you'd be able to actually see the thing. So what if we did this instead? Oh, sorry. This, and then, you know, like how when you hit, like, you make something onto the metal. Oh, Bugger, I need it on local. Nope, I need it on normal. And it like flattens it like that. So you get like this sort of bent part of the metal, because where it's actually put on, it does like that. Now that's a very minor detail that it probably doesn't matter. But, you know, why not do the extra detailing? So same sort of thing here. Pull you down here. Grab these faces. Clamp them in. Grab this. Pull you down. Rotate it randomly. Or as random as I can make it. Align it. Up. Like that. A little bit higher. Cool. Now, oops, now group these. Nope. Oh, right. Because I've got a weird auto smooth on it. Don't group those because I've got a weird auto smooth on it. Do that, and we have pretty much the chair they have in the kitchen. Now, I kind of don't like how this turned out. So, I'm wondering the best course of action for here. I could start merging these together. It comes to the front. Or, if I can't bother to actually optimize it, instead... Oh, no, that won't work. I was going to say do a bridge across it, but that won't work at all. I could just do a fill. That don't look right. Okay, I'll change that some other time. Anyways, I only wanted to do a quick stream today because I actually have plans. I hope you guys enjoyed. We randomly jumped up to like 100 people, so I don't know if I got hosted or something. That was very strange, or if YouTube just bugged out. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you enjoyed it, you can follow the Discord, and I will always update, or I'll try to update when I'm actually streaming. I will be streaming on Sunday, so in 2 days' time. And yeah, I'll catch you guys then. Bye.